Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we got some interesting news here because following the success of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Paramount Pictures has now confirmed that yes, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 will debut in 2027, but more so, they've given us a specific date. So we now have an official release date, and it's an interesting date because it's a big change from what they did with this, and you kind of question, is that a good move? It could be a very good move, but at the same time, you're kind of going to lose the holiday, the Christmas period, where you're really going to get the families in the screen. All the same, it was no surprise that they were going to announce this with the success of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 domestically, still beating out Mufasa, even though Mufasa still has more screens, took IMAX screens and everything, just to try and get to number one, which is hilarious that they went all that way just to say, we're number one. It's like, yeah, but Sonic is still kicking your ass.
You serious?
So let's have a look at this anyway. So it says, the day before Sonic the Hedgehog 3 opened in theaters, Paramount Pictures announced that Sonic the Hedgehog 4 would debut in 2027. At the time, no specific release date was given, but following the third entry's impressive box office run and now being available on digital, the studio was planting a flag for a release date. Despite Sonic the Hedgehog 3 having done very well over the Christmas and New Year holidays, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is racing into the spring season. Deadline reports that Paramount Pictures has set Sonic the Hedgehog 4 for a March 19th, 2027 release date. This puts it 1 week before the Easter weekend, which was a similar release schedule that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 did by opening 1 week before Easter in 2022. While 2027 feels like a long wait for fans, it is shorter than the 2.5 year gap between Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Currently, franchise director Jeff Flower and writer Pat Casey and Josh Miller and John Whitington are not attached to the return. The same goes for stars Ben Schwartz, Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves, Colleen Shagan Nassi or something. It's a weird name. James Madison, Tika Sumter, and Jim Carrey, as none have announced to officially be part of the project, although one assumes the voice actors are for sure a lock. Carrey himself has expressed interest in returning, and he is certainly a big draw for many audience members. Now, that whole last part that we just went through of, the writers, the directors, the producers, and the actors, none of them are currently scheduled to come back. Yeah, that's probably one of the dumbest statements. What that should say is, as of now, none of them have officially said yeah, but most likely they're all coming back. We've already heard Jeff Flowers talk, especially Pat Casey and Josh Miller. They've already been talking about, we're already working on the next movie. You don't put in and already have a release date if you don't have half of these people, especially the voice actors, locked in. Of course they're probably locked in. They're probably on contracts. Jim Carrey's already saying, yeah, I'm ready to come back. Yeah, they're probably coming back. So that part of that whole statement is just a weird way that they've written that. It's just like, really? You want to say they're not attached to return at this early stage? That's such a weird one. Because obviously they're going to sit down and hash out new deals and stuff like that. The one thing I'm surprised they actually haven't tried to capitalize on with these movies is brand new games. Once these movies took off, I'm surprised Sega did not just fire out tons of new Sonic the Hedgehog games, or at least re-release the original games, and do a big push for those. I know you can get them I believe you can get them on PlayStation and Xbox and all those things, but the actual classic games, so not those 3D versions and the version where you're like first person with Sonic, but the original platform games, Sonic and Sonic 2, which I think was it just called Sonic 2? Or was it Sonic 2 Sonic and Tails? Either way, those original games, you can get the whole box. I believe it's the whole box out as well, so you get the likes of Sonic and Knuckles and all that stuff. But I'm just surprised they never did a bigger push with that type of stuff after the success of this. I'm surprised there's no like hot toys being made of Sonic and Tails and Dr. Robotnik and all this stuff, because they would probably fly off the shelf. I'd probably get a Sonic, why not? But again, think of it. Just take a step back and look at this and go, wow, they're giving us the release date for Sonic 4. Sonic 3 has just done the biggest haul of all 3 movies. There's a spin-off TV series, the Knuckles series, which I heard isn't that great, but I don't think there's many people from the actual productions of the movies involved with that. I'm not sure, but I heard it's not great. Apparently it's not terrible, but it's not great. I haven't watched it yet. But all of this came simply from a director that after fans saw that original trailer went, what the fuck is that? Went, oh, that's our bad, don't worry, we'll fix it. And did. And now we're going to get the 4th movie. It's already the spin-off TV series. There's possible more spin-off series coming away. Possibly spin-off movies to follow the likes of Knuckles and Shadow and stuff like that. And I'm just surprised at this stage they haven't announced brand new games yet. Because they possibly will. All of that just from one simple gesture from a director, which was, our bad, we'll fix it. Wow. Kind of shows you, Hollywood, what can be done when you respect the audience. So there you go, folks. Sonic 4 is going to be landing in cinemas on March 19th, 2027. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, you know that drill. Cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.